I thank you for having today's hearing, Mr. Chairman, and I look forward to hearing the perspectives from our witnesses on the merits or possible demerits of creating a Consumer Financial Protection Agency. I think we can do a better job of protecting the consumer. I think we all agree on that, and we should. However, the administration's proposal, I think, is conceptually flawed. Since the Treasury Department submitted the legislative language to Congress 3 months ago, we've heard from a host of community bankers, credit unions, accountants, small business owners, federal financial regulators, that this, what could prove to be a massive new regulatory bureaucracy, will create more confusion for our consumers, more government spending, but more importantly, less innovation and less creation of credit and less consumer protection. Now, I know some of our witnesses today have said some of that credit has been a bad thing, but I think ultimately that choice should be left to the individual as long as it's under acceptable terms. In deference to this widespread public and official opposition, I do commend Chairman Frank for releasing last Friday a new working draft that attempts to narrow the scope of an overly broad proposal by the Obama administration. However, I think that what his proposal does is basically tinkering around the margins of a fundamentally flawed proposal, and it is not a solution. What is needed is an entirely different approach.
That's 3 minutes. If the gentleman wants more time, it will come
No, that's fine.
Oh, it was only 2. I'm sorry. Then it should have been 3. I apologize. I'd ask that we start again, the gentleman, at 3 minutes, and I apologize for that. Right. The gentleman has an additional minute, and I apologize.
All right, thank you. Fortunately, there are a number of alternatives that would achieve the goals of empowering consumers and combating abusive practices without limiting credit, without imposing excessive compliance and litigation costs on small businesses, without creating a new government bureaucracy, and without undermining safety and soundness regulation. For example, the House Republicans have introduced, I think, a strong proposal on consumer protection through regulatory consolidation, and would like the witnesses to comment on our proposal if they've read it. I think this is absolutely the wrong time to create a new government agency, empowered not only to ration credit, but most importantly, and I don't know that anyone's paid a lot of attention to this other than some of our colleagues and some of the regulators, is that it gives this agency the power to design financial products offered to consumers. And that's a striking expansion of government's role. Every day we hear about struggling families, families with good credit histories that are denied credit so that they can own a home, and I think this only makes things worse. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.